couple of gaps in Furia's T side, exploited by FaZe and especially Rain, dropping close to 30, keeping it competitive. We head to Train, and this is where we'll start to outline just how competitive of a map we're gonna have. The Pistols, we do have Furia starting on the defense, FaZe on the T side start, so Carrigan's gonna have his work cut out for him, I think. With 3 days practice, calling a strong T side against a regimented top 10 team. Good luck, have fun.
And here's the man who he has to call against. Art get a little bit of info on the pistol around here towards box halls, and that'll draw the rotation of Vinny over. And we even have Yuri close by as well, so 3 players will be ready and raring to go as Art wants to reinitiate with some
double
aggression.
armored P250s here.
Look at the timing on this though.
Yeah, Carrigan falls. Rain's P250 already feels the feed, and Art given a chance, a very good one. He's halved Brokey's health, very clean from Vinny into the first head. Brokey not done. Needs a fresh clip, tucks in. Problem now with 19 HP, a single bullet can finish the job, and Caserato's finding multiple.
Planted.
Goes to close the gap, and the bomb's just been delivered. Brokey charging towards the Z. He tried to find a way out. Twist was given the armor and the P250. Maybe that's enough equipment to at least try and make it difficult, but with the smoke on the bomb, dude, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, Twist wants to look for Art here, has been the real thorn in the side of this round, and Art's repositioned. He's even going to get a chance again to take out Twist, but still nothing damage done, and eventually he gets followed through on. Now, you could see why Brokey was trying to push and take space. They probably could have Hail Mary just tried to plant to give themselves the cash injection, but because Art didn't go down and he was in such an awkward position, you either have a choice. You all go back and you try and kill him, or you take space and kill the rotators. Neither worked. So Art just being an absolute problem again. And it's a great start for Furia here, who are going to win their first pistol of this series.
Oh, good point.
Nice little change for them to have to start without the force buy. And FaZe aren't force buying into this, so it should be a clean one for Furia in round number 2. Junior's even held onto a USP. No need to upgrade if he wants to get that AWP going. Lickety split.
Yeah, he's essentially just a passenger in this round.
So early nades, nothing really to write home about as they sail on in. Rain and Brokey, slight damage. Pop control taken as well. So they're just going to try and pincer out to the yard from multiple positions. The Glock ticks are good. There's actually decent damage done, and there's the USB.
I said he was a passenger, and he's just driving his bullets into the head of 2. They would kill for a bomb plant, but no kills. Just the one, actually. Art goes down, but no real issues. The Org's recovered. Everyone gets to keep hold of what they want. FaZe, time to see how they shape up in the weapon rounds.
Yeah, Junior has himself the AWP. Art will only be on the AUG. Caserado is still yet to buy. Let's work this one out. Okay, never mind. Art's on the MP9. Going to be hyper aggressive with this one right here. Neither of these teams, with these 5 men, obviously both on debut here in IEM Katowice, they're yet to play Train. So this is the first look in we're getting for both of these teams. Carrigan with Mouse Sports used to be known for a fantastic T-side on Train.
Oh, that's true. He used to call up a storm. Wonder if we'll see any reminiscent plays from him out main as this one gets going. So Pop will be smoked, Cold will be flashed, and sprays will connect. No one's gone down, but some flak damage done. Oh, Junior was a sitting duck in case Arao needs to trade. Rain taking no prisoners, pulling no punches. 2 frags. Twist has a chance and eventually finishes off the job. They're pulling them apart here. Could be a multi-kill. Cold's quick to trade though, and so with Yuri sitting in Z, Cold already there to receive him. This is a FaZe burst onto the outer sight.
Yeah, maybe a miscomm there. Junior should have been aware that he was open to that position. Playing very passive towards the back of the green Train meant that he was always going to be open. And you can see that they just caught one avenue, right? They just used that sandwich avenue to enter onto the site. They weren't going wide E-box. They just pushed down that lane, and then they were able to enter onto the bomb site from there. If they keep 4 alive.
And imagine, you know, like I know that this is easy to be hearsay and hyperbole, but, you know, notice that it was Caserato who was the one that was, you know, responsible for that green Train thing. Maybe that extra second of hesitation of how do I communicate that he's vulnerable to that in a different language that I've never communicated in previously, that could be the gap that leads to a death of Junior. You know, those small things, obviously it is just, you know, conjecture and a hypothesis, but you can see how much of a sitting duck he was. If Caserato was screaming, could be sandwich, could be pushing, may not have gone down.
Screaming's the key word, right? Because there's one thing to be able to communicate, and there's one thing to be able to communicate with intent. Yeah. And it's something which I had issues with when I was in game leading. Obviously, JKS is more of a quiet guy. He would communicate fine, but he would say 2B. When I would say, 2B, they're coming in, right? Or my voice would be much more flustered or whatever. So
the tone is indicative of the haste.
Yeah, and maybe I'm doing the unnecessary point there, and everyone needs to be well aware of what's going on, but sometimes you need to know just how under threat you are.
Art's going for an early info play here. He's only got the FAMAS, so no zoom banger for info, but jumping across the boy, he wants out. Drops his smoke. And I think he's got a safe haven here. There could be an element of surprise to his play.
Can jump up and over him, so he's trying to actually play for that. Is he going to use the light? If they jump up on that railing, it might obscure the light and he can spam.
Oh, cold. Got to surely be staring at that smoke. Oh, Art! He wins his duel, he gets the info, and he gets out.
They might wrestle this one back. If they get this back with the scout and 3 FAMASes off of 2 plays very, very early, Furia are doing well here. Final 3 out main. There's a tag.
Yeah, should be the frag. K-Serato's jiggles continue to pepper. Brokey's big green not finding the necessary connections yet. He's getting pushed on sandwich. That's the trade. Art's all over the place. He started that round leaning towards the halls and ends up finishing off towards sandwich. Scavengers away the AWP as well. Thank you very much, Brokey.
A nice couple of upgrades there, and the money for FaZe does warrant a buy if they want to go for mainly AKs. Twist, Cold Zero, and Brokey can all afford. Karrigan and Rain can purchase down to around that half mark. Karrigan's actually gone Hero AK, so the rest of them are going to take a save. Maybe some light upgrades.
I've never seen someone jump across for the info brown holes and then just immediately just drop the smoke and play in it. It's a very Art maneuver, and it really did work.
Such an awkward angle for
Here we go. We talked about Karrigan's main plays. He's got himself out. Let's see the response. K-Serato, shadow advantage, Karrigan profits, missed shot from Junior, and Karrigan just about tucks himself in. Let's not forget that's the only weapon in play. A scout, perhaps, some deagles, but that is the main event, and he's used it to great success. A bomb plant could make things awkward. Don't forget, limited util, a single smoke. Could be enough to get a little bit of ground. B is, I was about to say undefended. It's now had a bolstered of Junior and Art.
Yeah, interesting call here. So taking the gamble, and this is what happens on the pistol round. Art looks like he wants to push high ramp as well. This all comes down to timing. It's going to be a smoke and flash.
They're in all the right places. That's the flashbang. It does deny Junior the early fight, but it couldn't be in a better plot. Just called Zera's frag. Maybe another from the upper area. He knows there's Yuri on site. Not to be clean as you like. There it is. All headshots as well. Yuri switched on. 4 frags, he'll take that. And 4 rounds for Furia as well. FaZe, they just tried to make something out of that single hero AK, and to find the first on sandwich, it was just, I don't even think they pushed for the info. It was just the initiative of the dead silent A site.
Yeah, and that right there is a big pick and something that we've known Karrigan to do throughout his time, especially with the 5-lane and E-box smokes weaseling around, finding openings there. Something I want to note here is Furia with Yuri towards the inner bomb site. I've seen plenty of teams try to punish the inner site against somebody like Yuri, and they've had a very rough time of it. So let's keep our eyes on how this one flows. Quick out mid here, no sandwich smoke.
Whoa. That's gonna hurt. Cold was trying to take the same gap that Karrigan managed to squeeze through in the previous. This time, Junior holding the pixel angle. And their setup looks perfect for Yard right now. Trying to be a weasel in the smoke is Karrigan.
Just wanted to back
Don't
up.
really see a way in. Ivy's going to be the option. They're going to have a little look. Karrigan really can't afford to die here because then they'll lose all of that main info.
Oh, he's trying to smoke gimmick right now, walk out the side of it, has got the space. Wrong weapon for the job, unfortunately. And now it's Yuri over towards Ivy. Lots of noise being made on Yard, so they're going to be relaying this. Barrel spotted. Bullets through. Do they want to really commit to this phase? They're not working with a lot here.
Oh, between the wickets, Yuri still catches the swing. And there you have it. Furia 5, FaZe 1.
So I just went to HLTV.org and I looked at the last 12 months for Furia on a map like Train. Obviously had to take Junior out of the mix. Just wanted to look at the 4 of them. And the highest rated player in the last 12 months on Train for Furia is Yuri with a 1.29 rating. The next closest on his team is K-Serrato with 1.11. So Art not even up there with the highest impact for his team. And that's interesting to note. So Yuri might be on for a bit of a bag here as well. After his early start, 7 kills for him. If FaZe can't get space with those smoke strategies coming out like that, as you can see there was no sandwich smoke then, but in future rounds, that's one of the keys that Karrigan uses as his calling. And if it's not able to find any space, could be into a few problems here.
Did highlight the absent sandwich smoke, though.
Yeah, sometimes you do that because you want to step on out and take that fight with an AWP and hope you get one, but it's a lot riskier. Something that I've seen them do when Woxic was even back in their Mouse Sports days, right? So we're really having to go back. Different teams, different players, different looks.
I mean, yeah, Karrigan must be getting deja vu putting that FaZe jersey on again.
It is the old one, right? I'm not confused. He's wearing the red one, the one they wore many years ago.
He's probably gone into his cupboard, hasn't he?
Gone into his little keepsake box.
Well then. You can see there's a invisible line drawn in the sand. Anyone that crosses it will be beheaded. FaZe Clan headed towards B.
How are you meant to get inside without any utility? Someone has to hit a huge shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's your only option. Ideally timing as well. Just try and catch Yuri with one swing, but Art holding the other side of things keeps it pretty much under lock and key. Doesn't miss. Catches the swing. Yuri's spray is good, and it couldn't look any more comfortable. Not even breaking a sweat. 6 for Furia. So now we're going to see what Karrigan's game plan is going to be coming into the full weapon rounds here on the T side. It's already, the damage is done. They're certainly shaken. And we now get to see what kind of flavor the Art Junior double AWP has on Train. Now, we saw what flavor it had on Overpass, which was absurd early aggressive maneuvers, followed by, you know, hunkering and bunkering down once the early frags had gone their way. I'm intrigued because I don't think that's a strategy that's ever going to really be necessary on Train CT side.
I can see it occasionally playing in for high ramp peaks, right, based off spawns. That's probably about it. And now Yuri's playing up close and personal behind this smoke.
Highest rated player, you said, on Train. He's got his fair share of personal moves. Oh, that couldn't look any easier. Junior's angle does not favor him. And now, oh, Brokey's ahead of it. Evades the nade, down to 33. Yuri does get baited in by the jiggle of Cold. Art baiting in as well. Oh my God, they're playing a 4D chess right now, and Cold will just be sitting duck for Art's hunt. So, numbers, again, level out. Vinny and Twist on either side of Ivy, and makes plenty of sound.
Queserado's pinned here.
Yeah, but Karrigan, oh, could have, should have gone down. He's opened up onto Queserato. Yuri spotted, a wild spray, but he lives to tell the tale. Rain knows where he is. Art from Z. Here's the shot, nose piece together where two of the Furia members are, the last two that is. Twist walking down from backtracks as well. Pressure onto the bomb. That's Twist though.
Yeah, real awkward stuff there. You could just see pinned. Yuri couldn't do anything. They were waiting for him to go for that peak. He gets taken out, and now it's just Art to save this AWP. Do they really want to rip this one away, or do FaZe want to just hold on to what they have? Not sure they know exactly how low Art's going to be, so that might play into their decision making. I need to get you some WD-40 for that chair.
Yeah, I'm desperately...
It's really creaky.
Like, I'm a fidgeter, right? And I've been given the squeakiest chair in the office.
Maybe we can swap.
Yeah,
mine doesn't seem to squeak or squeak.
Can't sit
anywhere
still.
Near as much. We'll see at halftime. We'll see what we can get done there. But yeah, okay, so second round on the board for FaZe, and that all came through that opening, right? So we missed it, but for Brokey to be that side and for Junior to be picking like that, it must have been a run boost. So Brokey's now peeking from, well, the left side, and able to take advantage of Junior holding that little slither gap, seeing him first. So yeah, just must have missed the run boost. And with that, this is some of the rounds actually, if we go back to Overpass as well, where the opening pick was made from Brokey onto Junior, were some of the rounds that FaZe were converting on their T half. This position in heaven, it's great, but as soon as you're low on HP and you're isolated like that, you can't look in, you're showing your little head, you're not too sure on what angles to be peeking. It's also quite unfamiliar, even if you play it regularly, those fights and positions the Ts can be in, especially when you're operating at number disadvantages, very, very awkward. And the first timeout called now from Furia. The buy is fine. Those double ops are still out, and you can see Art's off searching somewhere else while Junior's more locking it down. So Art's the CT side entry AWPer, as it were, and Junior's more just hunkering down, playing the static positions as matches pause. So we might have a bit of a technical issue here for a second. I think that change of music.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very short-lived. It looks like it was a minor issue. It's been resolved, so don't panic. Do not adjust your sets. Let's get into this third map. 10 seconds thrust onto the clock. Oh, the B-Stream update, that VP Vitality game.
It's a big one.
Yeah, cover your ears if you're going to watch it later. Go.
16-12 second map VP 2-0 Vitality. Vitality are out.
one of the big three, doesn't even make it to playoffs. And the CIS resurgence, climbing the ranks. 4 teams, all with high prospects here in Katowice. Gambit G2 coming up later today as well. We could be seeing 2 of Europeans' Titans knocked down a peg by the CIS Wonder squads.
ColdZero's having a rough time of it here early on train. He is getting bullied over towards those box holes. He's been pushed by Art on a Famous round and an AWP, now by Yuri. So they're really dealing with ColdZero over towards Brown Walls easily. More Ivy pressure here. This is where they got the kill onto Junior previously. The mini game that is Pop Dog also playing out, but K Serato's there to back them up. And Ivy said no.
Looking very good. Oh, he ate the flash. And Rain, oh no! Vision restored just in time. And so Brokey lost all of his teammates. Nades thrown his way, bullets to be following. And walks straight into K Serato's crosshair. So, taking a quick look at the scores on the doors, you can see that every member of Furia are comfortable. Yuri, you said he's the highest performer on train, continues to do so at this moment in time. And the contrast with that of FaZe is alarming. There's just a significant fragging discrepancy coming in right now. The utility usage, flawless.
Yeah, these clean rounds for Furia are great. And FaZe will be forcing into this one here. AK's 3 of them. Galil for Karrigan, Brokey onto a Deagle. So they have more intent here to go for a faster yard split. Nobody throwing anything at Ivy, nobody doing any action.
Yeah, you're right.
Box holes. So smoke's come over. We're about to go down, pop into Vinny.
Oh, but Rain was just completely unguarded. And they just jump in one by one. Lambs to the slaughter. Grab the mint sauce. Oosh. And there you have it, Furia, another spotless defense. That's 2 rounds in a row where they haven't lost a single player. They are building a nasty little bank.
Now, one of the keys here with an in-game leader like Karrigan coming in and only having a few days practice, you've heard us say this a million times, but on a map like Train, you want to actually get the most out of your individuals in terms of going for peaks. Where are they the most comfortable pressuring on the map? What are fights that are good for them? And this is probably stuff that Karrigan is still going to be working out over the coming weeks and months. So right now, it feels like he's just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks, hoping they find those kills. It's going to be very difficult to develop a T-side on the fly. I'm sure they have 1 or 2 strategies and understanding of how they want to go about things, but being very, very deep and I mean, the mid-round decision-making down, not something you can do with a short period of time. So we're on the Deagles. Karrigan, he's been jumping out, he's been fake jumping out, he's been putting smokes here, and that's just to keep eyes drawn and find a gap like this. Back turn, Junior goes down. Vinny, the hero of last, will find the trade. Damage onto ColdZero again, so really not having a good time of it over there towards the box holes. Rain's going to pick up this bomb while they continue to look forward for a pick in towards B.
They've got everything covered. Oh, as I say that, they come out upper. A slight chance. It's minimal.
Oh, he cratered.
ColdZero craters. Yuri takes his partner down, and again, FaZe staring into the abyss. Just as he wants to take the fight, he's smoked. Does give him a little bit of an element of surprise, and would need a 1-dig out of one of them. Twists and Rain more than capable, but not to be today. Just some damage. And it's insignificant. 9 for Furia as they continue to chase that magic number. Getting dangerously close to it already here on the CT side. It is Train, admittedly. It is a 3-day-old FaZe clan as well. But I think they no matter how great their CT side may shape up, they're gonna need more than 2.
For sure. And I think here a big part of Train is about establishing patterns and being threatening in certain areas of the map. FaZe have not been able to do that just yet. If you can't get box holes control comfortably, that is a really big problem. And it looks like they're going to have issues again because 2 players from Furia are headed over there. More utility out mid, so Yuri aggressive. Flash will be heard. He's going to continue really fast.
How does he get away with that one? A slight smirk creeps onto his face as he hunts down his Brazilian brother.
Cold is being wrecked.
Yeah.
Absolutely dismantled in that position. And you're meant to be able to get a lot of that territory for not free, but basically free.
Wait, Rain's trying to go for something a little special. Art was ready and waiting.
Arrogant's going for space on his own as well. Look, they're just isolated one at a time here. All of these fights that Furia are getting are just 1v1s.
Yeah, and they can make it a 2 or 3v1 depending on their position. There's Vinny's find, and one after another, they fall.
Oh dear.
Cracks beginning to show.
Yeah, and
grand total of, here's some quick maths for you, Chad. You ready?
16?
16 frags for FaZe, thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, weren't great with the numbers. But,
okay, there's a reason I'm talking and I'm not sitting there in the STEM fields, okay?
Yeah, okay. For everybody who's looking at this right now, guess what? After today, there is a 4-day break. The finals are next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You've got it all. Quarterfinals, semifinals, that best of 5 grand final. These teams will get a bit of a breather to prepare for their opponents, their side of the bracket. Come up with a couple of new tricks, so that should make those games even more competitive. Hopefully a few less 2-0s as well, as FaZe Clan will be going into round number 13 with nothing. Just a couple of pistols, scout, very light utility.
You really tried to taunt the CS gods as well. I saw your tweet yesterday.
Yeah.
You really tried to test the simulation.
Max wasn't happy with me, but we got delivered a couple more 2-1s.
I mean, 2020 was the year of the 3 mappers. Seems like 21's got different plans. Karrigan did too. It's a big find. He's doing everything he can to give them that way in. But on this conservative purchase, chances are minimal to make that impact. You'd have to just have one of those individual breakout moments. And I mean, what? You're peeking in. If you leave Pop, you're peeking into an AWP. If you leave Ivy, you're peeking into K-Serato. Your option's so slight. And you can see that there is a degree of fear in coldzera. Just cursory walks previously towards the brown halls. Still aware of the possibility.
I know you're coming. When are you coming?
Right. Looking to clear your head. Fill your lungs with some fresh oxygen.
Here's a stat. Both times FaZe have gotten down the bomb, they've won the round. So,
wow. Okay, so obviously all they need to do is plant the bomb. Easier said than done. Junior, great incendiary just to stop that cross to the E-box. 30 seconds, it likely will have to be towards this yard area now. K-Serato tagged up, will be forced into a more passive stance.
Junior goes down, it's open.
Yeah, and he has just messed up the jump. He wanted to be on top of the bomb train, but it costs him his life. Knockdown. Twists on green. If they find K-Serato, FaZe are golden, and they have. Bomb can go down now, surely, unless Art just wants to go close quarters. Brokey, important frag. Cold caught, but they know where Yuri is now. If he lands the spray, it's different, but Twist has got it down. Brokey had faith in that enough. Twist can back away as well. Yuri's going very quick. This is a lot of initiative. If he walks towards red. Oh, and Twist is dead. Getting uncomfortable. Brokey. A crucial win here. This makes a lot of difference. Okay, calls the bluff. Yuri's holding it. Pulls him off it, and he gets it with plenty of time to spare. Brokey tried all the tricks in the book, but Yuri just stood vigilant.
They got the bomb down, and they didn't win the round. So that's the first time that's happened for FaZe here in the first half, and they're left with just 2. So 2 more rounds of play. If they can get that 11-4 scoreline, that's something to work with. That's something for them to potentially build on. But this almost fell apart, right? Karrigan came out mid. He dropped that AK-47. Rain picked it up late, was able to find another kill with it, but it just wasn't enough to get them across the line here. Too much chaos around the train, not enough head armor, and AK-47s on the go. And Brokey wasn't sure, right? Because Yuri didn't, start shooting or look away from the bomb on that ladder peak. He just stayed gun out, which baited another peak. It's the micro details right there. They come in to fight cold again. You can see just how passive and slow he has to be about this. He has to respect all the smokes to get thrown. Then he has to worry about an AWP pushing him at any given Sunday. It hasn't been a free piece of real estate, and that has really stifled the options for FaZe Clan here as... Oh, they slowly peel on in this time with a bit more security. He's got some backup. So do Furia. 2 players now over towards the B-bomb site. Very, very aggressive into main as well. Pop's been taken and Ivy's been given up. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, their positions are so kooky. He's not going to go up, but that smoke has kept them staring at it, understandably.
Oh, here he goes again. You absolute menace.
Trying to catch the timing.
It was cold. I swear he's going to lose it.
Yeah, this would be a fist through the screen moment. coldzera catches one. He can't transfer. The trade is always there. I'd love to know how often FaZe have actually got a fair, like a one frag untraded deal. Seems like Furia always find a way. Oh dear, Junior's in trouble. Gets away.
They're in backtracks now.
Yeah, and that's a slight gap, but with a bomb on main, they're kind of divided. Oh, and Keserato holding on the bomb train does deny any threats, and it just seems like those 1v1s keep coming, Chad. Brokey and Rain walking on out. Being in an elevated position, their crossfires are great. Just a headshot angle for Keserato. Very hard to knock him off his perch. And it's as easy as that. Furia chasing 13. Speed running train at this point.
It just feels like, you know, when you're in that situation as FaZe, you can sit there and go, oh man, why don't they just hold on to these guns? Well, it's because they're going into the last round of play and they desperately need rounds. But that 2-on-4, when you're limping out, you don't really have any space to work with. They're all trained, the crossfires are good. Furia totaled up well. They went backtracks are open, that's fine. We'll just stand bomb train and fight. Vinny, you can stay over towards green train and just play off of each other, be an absolute nuisance. And timeout will be called here, the final round for FaZe Clan in the first half has spurred out their second timeout. And yeah, finishing the half 13-2, 12-3, it doesn't look like much as far as the scoreline goes, but think about this. You win the final round, you're going to have a bit of confidence going. They're already saying they're playing with not too much pressure. So at least lighten the mood a little bit. As you can see, Twist's only 1 kill for him, 4 for coldzera. They've been getting bullied a lot here. Rain with 6, he's cooled off a lot since Overpass, but yeah, they all have. They're just really struggling to get this one going, FaZe Clan.
Looking to just summon a little light at the end of the tunnel. A third. Twist has been kept completely muzzled. And he's in a good stead. Junior's actually put the bullet into Vinny. Stealing the kill from Twists, if anything. Junior's trying to thread through all the util, and he's done all right. Oh, Art didn't quite mantle, so a new lease of life. Damage is being inflicted, and now, yeah, this is just a shooting gallery, isn't it? There it is, folks. It's 13-2. Short-lived hope for FaZe as they come into this half and get knocked on their ass. 3 away from... Hello and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick. This is the DE Train Any Percent speed run by Furia, all the way from Brazil for this one, here on European soil and smashing through FaZe Clan at quite the pace, a blistering pace. We've seen very few signs of life from the FaZe Clan roster that did push this to 3. A full 30 rounds of play on Overpass gave us the hopes to be seeing things pop off, and I will give you a little tidbit as well. At the start of this map, Twist said, have fun, Junior. At the start of this half, Junior says, have fun, Russ. I'm just saying, it's either banter or we've got a little bit of a changing of the guard. Junior has managed to do damage across this series. Let's see if they can finish this one off neat and tidy. Chad's joining me, and we see Art straight on out to contest with Sandwich.
Oof. And he actually wants to take a couple of duels here while the rest of his teammates are all off somewhere else. Standard Art maneuver here, has a lot of room. He has seen absolutely nothing just yet, peppering away the bomb train now. And it's all over towards B. They're straight down low ramp. Don't worry about outside, boys.
Oh, coldzera's shot. Not bad at all. Bomb will go down, but 2 bodies have hit the deck already. Fury going to have to overcome the numbers disadvantage. Keserato's in a prime position to do so. It's hard, but Vinny and him have filled the feed. Carrigan no armor, but it's Cold that needs to find Vinny here, and I think Carrigan's done the job for him. Just Art then in the upper halls, trying to make it difficult. Doesn't have the bullets. And Art doesn't have the health. Carrigan's got a kit, 3 seconds, and FaZe find themselves another pistol. Chad, they've dropped 1 pistol out of 6.
That's pretty impressive in itself right there, and I want to note coldzera with 2 massive kills. He was bullied towards those box holes time and time again, so maybe he's going to give him a bit of his own. He has a lot of making up to do for just how much they abused him earlier, and these shots here are a great way to start that.
Really, really important frags. That's a very uncomfortable round, should he not have found anything. Considering that they'd already got the bomb down, they'd probably have a bit of a push-up. You could see that Keserato was there to punish the Z players, and woo!
Yeah.
Even Junior's impressed with that one.
It was a nice shot. As soon as that inner...
Look at the T-buy. Okay, so FaZe, this is going to be a test here.
Double AKs, 3 deagles.
Any mistakes you make have had the potential to be lethal.
They are really going after Cold here. Anchoring the inner sight, he is scuttling back straight away. Minute 35 on the clock, and they're already peering out. So much pressure applied.
Oh.
Even had to heavy rotate an extra man over. Okay, Art tried to take some space off of that. He'll go down.
That's good awareness, because Brokey was forced to be responsible for main and Ivy, given the early showing towards inner.
And he spotted him there in pop against Rain, so this is going to continue on the other side, right? We saw Vinny versus Rain a couple of times within the first half. Now Shoes on the other foot. Number disadvantage. It's going to make this more difficult for Furia. They do have utility to get on out here, though, so with this space, they need to take cold. Carrigan's going to be smoked off.
Good control. More to come. Important frag from Cold. He doesn't finish his meal. And Carrigan doesn't either. Could get sketchy if Vinny gets across. That was Twist's opportunity to do so. K-Serato has no issues versus Twist. Oh no. It looked so promising with Carrigan's fragging.
Oh!
Brokey has found a convincing frag as well. So Vinny, with 5 HP, his chances and days are numbered.
Good attempt. And threatening again from Furia. So 2 AKs will be picked up here from FaZe Clan. Maybe an AUG. An AUG and an AK. That's a nice little pairing. Diffuse will come through. Furia with that plant. They can buy again. And I think they probably should. Now, this game can get away from you very quickly. But because Furia tend to operate with less than ideal buys often, you're not going to be sitting there going, yeah, they need to get out all the guns. If we're getting to 13-13, then I can start that. But within these early stages, I think Furia's volatile playstyle is perfect. I think that it's the best way to continue to push FaZe, keep them flustered, keep this new team on their toes. I say that's a good idea. Well, Furia think different. They're just going to half buy, kind of a little bit more than half from K-Serato. So it's an AK without armor again. Junior's saving money for an AWP. The rest have Tech 9s.
Almost the opposite call this time. Ivy, the other side of the map. No one actively holding it. No one backtracks. And they're so fast. Oh my lord, they're so fast. Turn around, Carrigan. You got some work to do. He hears them. It's K-Serato that gets tagged, but not fragged. He's actually zipped up one.
Almost in spawn at a minute 30.
Yeah, they can't get across, or at least not without info. They're trying to boost on the box. Brokey can completely destabilize this. Both of them lined up.
Oh!
Good shooting. Yuri's Tech 9 has drawn enough blood to at least give them room to maneuver and 2 AKs to recover. They can just completely reset this.
And they have so much time.
All right, so we've got ourselves a top 10 Counter-Strike wingman.
But here's the bigger problem. So much space was just taken from Furia. FaZe need to quickly move to get that back. Backtracks is a problem. They knew they were around Ivy. Right now, there's a little gap if they want to push out into Yard. We can see exactly what's happening. And now, FaZe are starting to work it out. Twist is taking some space. He only has 2 kills so far. It has been a rough game for him and coldzera combined, and that's the last 2 standing. Now, Yuri has Kevlar. There's no head armor, but it is the AK. So when they take these fights, they can win them instantly. Wait and see what happens if we get into a post plant, because it looks like they're just continuing through straight back down towards this B bomb site. No smoke to help, so a sound cue will come through. Twist might be on the flank. coldzera is going to be late. There's plenty of time for them to set up here.
They're going through upper as well, so Twist's timing on this ladder is everything. He goes up.
They haven't taken the side.
Dude, okay, so
he's going to hear them fall.
This should be Twist round now. With 15 seconds left, he's heard sound cues. If he denies the plant...
Oh, he's not planning default.
No, he's not. So he won't be able to deny the plan.
Oh!
He won't be able to get the frag! Oh my lord! Palms to his forehead. Hot under the collar now. Furia returning this one around, Chad.
Cold's coming from the flank as well. Plant is for Junior, tucked in towards CT spawn. He could pick up this smoke off Twist's body here, but that's the only way this round happens.
Brutality of Spider. And Yuri executes him again. Yuri's on for a mad one. 20 frags to 5 deaths. You can't touch him.
K-Serato wants something to say as well. 21 for him. The 2 combined are absolutely mauling FaZe.
And I was sitting there worried about the way Yuri would be struggling with the transition. The dude is comfortable.
Oh, what a round. You're right, that pacer Ivy caught everybody off guard. I glanced back and they were already pushing into CT.
Yeah, like Carrigan was distracted by Art. By the time he turned around, there was a smoke and 4 players behind it. Oh,
nice.
Some great calls around the world from Furia. Heading back to B, wins them another 14, baby. 2 more is all it will take. Send FaZe Clan out of this one. Oh, and it's a couple of days practice. It's a couple of frags again for Furia. Looking like 15. Twist finds a pair of frags. It would have to be all of them, though. Okay, someone's woken up a little bit. Nice to see. Still some signs of life, but they are under FaZe's skin. Furia looking for the most convincing win of the series so far.
You know why I'm bamboozled by that? Twist, he just force ball into a scout here. When they were doing their low buys in the first half, he was buying a scout instead of a deagle. Mate, get the deagle out. Do that a little bit more. Get yourself a couple more of those.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. We're even getting to see a little bit of Krieg action, I think. Vinny, he was one of the front runners.
It, yeah. Okay, last round. Surely this is the last round. FaZe have just been absolutely blown out of the water here. Furia have looked great.
Yeah, they got birds circling around their head. Oh, and in the smoke, I think they may have been blocked. Oh! What is that? Nonsense from Yuri. And this one is just a sad state of affairs. It's beautiful from Furia. And that's the way it finishes. Couldn't be more convincing. Furia battle on in Katowice. They send FaZe home. Lower bracket round 3 awaits, and just one spot in the playoffs.